So welcome to this episode of Biking for Boomers. Today we're at Carvins Cove, just outside Roanoke. Beautiful network of trails out here, and the parking lot is filling up.
You can hit it.
It is a chilly day. We're starting out, it's about 30 degrees, and the app on the phone says that it's going to be, it feels like 20 with about a 10-mile-an-hour wind. So we're going to go out and ride. My friend Gary is with me, a fellow boomer, and we're going to hang with the boys as long as we can. So let's go for the ride. That long ago that I could keep up with those guys. In fact, I would say that even in my early to mid 50s, whenever I would ride with the boys, we were either equal or maybe I was a little bit faster. And now these days, they are all working out, they're doing CrossFit, they're doing whatever they do, and I'm just happy to be out on the trail. So I'm not able to hang with the young boys anymore. I can't believe how fast you guys were out of sight.
Really?
It's all right. And we came to this sort of difficult technical dip in the trail followed by an uphill, and Gary was in front of me and he didn't make it, and I don't think I would have made it. In fact, just looking at it, I didn't think it was makeable. And then of course we caught up with the boys and they didn't think anything of it. How's my fellow boomer doing? You want to just go down and ride Schoolhouse?
Yeah.
Let's do that. I've had enough of this. We were riding with the boys for right at 5 miles, and we got out onto the road that's known as the 1,000-foot climb, and had to decide, were we going to continue to ride on the Four Gorges Trail with the boys, or would Gary and I go our own way? And there was no doubt in either one of our minds that this was a time that we needed to just do our own thing. It is melting, isn't it? The thing you notice about Carvins Cove is that there are a lot of people who, if they're not baby boomers, they're pretty close. There's a lot of guys out there my age with gray hair, gray beards, and they're out there riding. We ran into this guy as we were trying to get over a downed tree from Lexington, and we were in the Enchanted Forest trail, which is absolutely gorgeous. And he said that this was his favorite trail, but he tries to ride several times a week, and we talked to him for just a little bit. How you enjoying it today?
Oh, I'm loving it.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how much do you ride?
I get out every Saturday, plus I try and get a midweek ride somewhere.
Do you really?
Yeah.
He obviously was by himself and just kind of having the more of a boomer experience and less of a Red Bull experience, if you will. Yeah, I gotta say that I used to get a big thrill out of seeing how fast I could ride on the trails and looking at the segments on Strava and just seeing how fast I could go over the routes, and it was all about speed. And now I'm just happy to be there. So when Gary and I got out on our own, it was just really nice to be able to ride along. We rode on the fire road on the way out towards a trail called Schoolhouse, which is my favorite trail at Carvins Cove. It's a little bit technical, but it's a true intermediate trail. And we've even taken some beginners on it, some true beginners, and they've been able to ride it. And they fuss a little bit and they have to get off their bikes here and there where I don't have to, but still I think that's what it is. And now I find myself going slow. I'm looking for wildlife. I'm listening to the birds. I'm enjoying just kind of being in the woods and the solitude and moving through the woods on my own power. And
How y'all doing?
That's where I have come to.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I need to tell you, Gary and I have ridden basically all over the East Coast, and we've even ridden in Montana together. Our wives ride with us quite a lot. Usually with the wives, it's on the road, but we've ridden in Pennsylvania, Vermont, New York. I mentioned Montana. Gary and I we've been all over, and he and I have both had some health issues as we've gotten into our late 50s and early 60s. We've slowed down quite a lot. There are the uppers and the lowers at Carvins Cove. The upper trails are the ones that go up the mountain and down the mountain, and they are a little bit more adventurous, whereas the lowers are sort of true intermediate trails, and I have no trouble riding those at all. But on the other hand, I've been riding mountain bikes since the late 80s and early 90s. So, I understand how to slow down and when to brake and that kind of thing. And I still have a reasonable level of fitness. So if you're wondering, is Carvins Cove a good place for boomers? I'd say the answer is yes, with just a little bit of caution.
That one's bad. Well, that was fun. Once you got to be downhill and flowy. All right, we are just back. As you saw, Gary and I did not stay with the boys for very long, maybe 5 miles, and then we decided let them go do their thing and we'll go ride what we're used to riding and make that a boomer ride. And a lot of the people that we saw today that we passed on the trail were boomers, which made me feel good. And riding with the boys was like not riding with the boys, because within 30 seconds they were just gone, just out of sight. So it's like, why make them wait? So we had a good time. They aren't even back yet. I hope they're having a good time, and I'm sure they are. And I just wanted to give you a little insight into what it's like riding in the winter at Carvins Cove. Thanks for watching Biking for Boomers. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you out there.